Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jonathan Ghost, and in today's free training, I'm going to be sharing with you a copywriting formula called Star Story Solution, which was coined by the legendary copywriter Gary Halbert, who's no longer with us, but he's regarded as one of the most famous and legendary and biggest contributors in the space of copywriting and marketing in the last 50 to 75 years. And one of his proteges, Dan Kennedy, has another protege named Frank Kern, who actually kind of extended on the star story solution formula and broke down the star portion to three parts, which is the reluctant hero, which I made a video about, and I'll go ahead and link that right now. And then the second one is hometown boy makes good. So you got your hometown hero, just local guy who ends up turning into someone who is able to be a large representation for the community, do good, et cetera, et cetera. And the third one is us versus them. So those are the three different types of stars. So you got your reluctant hero, you got the us versus them, and then which is obviously this side versus that side, this idea versus that idea, etc. And then you got the hometown boy gets good. So I actually have this on a document here called the attractive character, because in Russell Bronson's book that came out in 2015 called The Underground Playbook for Internet Marketing, he actually talks about the Star Story Solution in greater detail. But I just wanted to sort of break this down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and read this for you. In today's world of marketing, one of the most important things is to incorporate your character into everything that you do, from your sales messages to your videos and your blog posts. It's essential to bring your unique personality out in all of your efforts. So as I was saying, the famous marketer Gary Halbert talked about the three S's: star, story, solution. And these are three important elements in creating a successful sales letter. The star refers to the person who is at the center of your story. It could be you, it can be one of your success stories, or anyone else that you know. And that's why I mentioned that in part of the 8-step process of closing the sale, that you want to give a brief testimonial, and you do want to keep that short, but it can be from someone you know, or it can be yourself. But that's another story. That's another video from another time. The story should be gripping and grab their reader's attention. So it should be something that immediately has them engaged and perks their ears up, if you will. And the solution is what your product ultimately provides. Frank Kern, as I was saying, a well-known marketer, talks about the three different types of stars that you can incorporate into your business, which is the reluctant hero, hometown boy makes good, and us versus them. The reluctant hero, as I mentioned in my video, is someone who didn't intend to be a hero, like Wolverine or Spider-Man. These guys are just humble people. They start off, some of them even timid, but they stumble upon a solution and they ended up helping others with it. The second one is hometown boy or girl that makes good. And the third is us versus them, which is creates a us against the world mentality. And that also sparks some extreme loyalty, by the way. And a lot of cult followings are developed with the us versus them mentality. Attractive character communication is vital to engage your audience, and the three S's, star, story, and solution, are essential elements that help you connect with your audience. By incorporating these elements into your marketing, you can make a lasting impression on your audience and build a loyal following. So start noticing how successful marketers are using these three elements and see how you can incorporate them into your efforts. So I wanted to share with you some resources to kind of help demonstrate this, and also give you something to go to as like a guide, as some templates for whatever offer, product, service, or opportunity that you're promoting in your niche. Or if you decide to switch niches, these templates still work because they all use some of the elements of Star Story Solution. So let's start with the website that I always refer to. It's called Swipeworthy, inspiration for marketers and copywriters. They got hundreds of different ads in here for every single niche, every different type of marketing element that you can think of. And I picked this one because it is a story of a 76-year-old man. I'm not going to read the entire thing right now, but just to sum it up, the ad is from a fitness guru and well-respected internet marketer, Matt Furry. He ran this ad from 2007 to 2009 in various magazines, selling a popular combat conditioning course. He uses a great story-based hook that generates curiosity by the fact that a 76-year-old man was in better shape than Matt and new special workouts that Matt and the audience likely is unaware of. He takes the story one step further by the type of exercises he teaches can be traced back 5,000 years, and legendary athletes like Bruce Lee and Herschel Walker use them all. I didn't know Herschel Walker was a legendary athlete. All of them makes a strong case for the effectiveness of the exercises, while building fascination and sense of mystique around them. Once you know the exercises Fury teaches, you can really appreciate the storytelling from a marketing perspective. Even though Matt's exercises may be more effective than others because they seem simple and not fancy or flashy, he must build them up into being special and premium. Without the background stories and explanations, the exercises would be valued considerably less. So this is just, I wanted to demonstrate the power of telling a story. I also have another video that I'm going to link. It's called the BAB formula, before, after, and bridge. And it's really good for the health and wellness markets, but before and after goes great with just about any niche. But there's a power in storytelling that can really increase and enhance the value and help you to get more money out of your sales funnel or your profit center. So I just wanted to share this with you. It's an example of a story, and if you want to read this, I'm going to go ahead and link this in the description. Another one that I want to share with you is just this particular section here called storytelling, and I just clicked on all niches, but it gives you this list of swipes to go through and different stories and examples. And there's a lot of different star story solutions here. High school student loses almost 600 pounds and now devotes his life to helping others get skinny. As you can imagine, the high school student, reluctant hero, hometown boy makes good, 600 pounds. Now he devotes his life into helping others. So he's the hero now. Back in 1998, I'm going to go ahead and read this introduction here. CD Baby's email has become something of a legend over the years. Founded by the now popular author and entrepreneur Derek Sivers, CD Baby started way back in 1998 when music buying options were few. CD Baby offered independent artists the opportunity to sell their CDs online, and still they're going strong. One of the most talked about viral aspects of CD Baby, especially as its inception, was his confirmation email. Derek talks about it in his book, Anything That You Want. Popular marketer Seth Godin even mentioned it in his book. I just want to read it to you. Your CD has been gently taken from our CD Baby shelves with sterilized, contamination-free gloves and placed onto a satin pillow. A team of 50 employees inspected your CD and polished it to make sure it was one in the best possible condition before mailing. Our packaging specialist from Japan lit a candle and hush fell over the crowd as he put your CD into the finest gold-lined box that money can buy. We all had a wonderful celebrations afterwards, and the whole party marched down the street to the post office where the entire town of Portland waved Bon Voyage, which is one of my favorite cities in the world, by the way. If you haven't been there, you have to go. Portland is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. I actually still have a place there, and it's on its way to you in our private CD Baby jet on this day, Thursday, July 5th. I hope you had a wonderful time shopping at CD Baby. We sure did. Your picture is on our wall as customer of the year. We're all exhausted, but can't wait for you to come back to cdbaby.com. Now, I picked this because obviously it's a really personal and personable email, and as you can just imagine how it makes people feel after they read that, because it really demonstrates and visualizes just the care that they put into handling the product and the respect that they give to the customer in the process of handling the product, and they really display it here in this confirmation email, and I thought it was beautiful. But the main reason why I shared it is because this demonstrates the power of incorporating and including your personality and your character into the story or everything that you do, whether it be a blog post, a video, any type of email, advertorial, whatever you put out there. You just want to make sure that you're incorporating your personality into it, because if you're just copying and pasting what you get from Chat GPT or something that you found on the internet just because you want to put content out there, then you're not really standing out and creating any type of distinction between yourself and everybody else. So the best way to do that is just to incorporate your personality into it. And I just want to read this last little bit here. Something as simple as a clever confirmation email goes a long way. This especially had a big impact because nobody was doing it at the time. Even in the post by Seth Godin above, he mentions how boring Amazon's confirmation email was and still is. They were thinking outside the box. Humor and personality are very powerful online, and humanizes the experience. People want to feel like they are dealing with a real person. The interaction is far from over after the purchase. In fact, that's when the most important interaction begins, and I talk about that a lot in a lot of my reels. Actually, in one of my reels, one of my shorts, I mentioned how one of the most important parts of the sale is what happens afterwards, because it comes down to managing their expectations. They just put their trust in you as a leader. Now it's your responsibility as that leader to demonstrate to them that leadership and lead them to the destination in which you promised them, and the objectives and hopes, desires, and the dreams that they came to you for in the first place. So anyway, I don't want to go off the rails here, kind of ranting a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, the Star Story Solution, incorporating your personality and your attractive character into the marketing. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of different examples of what it's like to incorporate your personality, some stories, one from the 76-year-old man who was in better shape than the guy who was writing it. And then also I got a list of different templates and swipes for you to choose from. These all got some amazing stories. And if you want to look for some more stuff like this, just go to this drop down here. I'm not sponsored by any way by this website. I just been using it since 2017. And then whatever niche you're in, you can just choose the niche right here. All right. So yeah, that'll pretty much be it. I hope you enjoy. I'll go ahead and link this in the description. There's not much to it, but it does break down the star story solution and the entire concept behind creating an attractive character and incorporating your personality into your business. All right. So yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoy. If you like content like this, then I highly recommend that you subscribe. Check out my website, jonathancoast.net. I talk about everything when it comes to generating traffic and increasing sales. And also be sure to look at the tools and the resources below. I have everything that I included in this tutorial. So with that said, I will see you in the next video. See you then.